Yo, what's good everyone, it's Leek and I'm back with another reaction video. Today we're reacting to Dead by Daylight Until Dawn Killer Concept by Iridescent and Malicious. I reacted to Iridescent and Malicious's, I don't know why I said that like that, but Home Sweet Home concept. I thought that concept was pretty dope. I like how the killer could create their own vault location and just vote whenever they wanted to. I found that it was pretty dope, even though it kind of made me think of SCP-103 or 109. I can't really remember the name, but the one that could teleport through the walls, it kind of has that black gooish looking thingy. But yeah, that's what that concept kind of reminded me of. But I'm curious to see what this concept is gonna look like. I low-key looked at his teas for this concept, and off the rip, I remember when I first saw the twins concept, I thought it was the witch from Left 4 Dead, but then I realized that the witch from Left 4 Dead's nails wasn't that long. So I was just like, hang on a second, what if it's the Wendigo from Until Dawn? And then that became a thing where everybody thought it was going to be the Until Dawn chapter, but actually it really wasn't. So I'm curious to see what this concept is going to hold. Remember guys to send me your concepts, send them to my Gmail, it's in the description, and I'll look at them and consider it being in the video. I already considered one and I think y'all will like it. I'm pretty sure the concept creator is pretty excited for it too. So can't wait for that. But anyways, let me not waste any time. Let's jump right back into this.
Is it not a matter of justice that victims of pranks and harassment return as bloodthirsty killers? Until Dawn is my new fan-made chapter for Dead by Daylight. The Washingtons
I really thought it was gonna be Until Dawn too.
3 children. Every winter,
sure
Josh, the eldest, would host a get-together with friends of the 3 siblings in their vacation home, which was to be the undoing of his 2 sisters in 2014. It was just a silly prank that forced Hannah to flee the property on Blackwood Mountain.
Actually, my fault. Let me not turn on these subtitles because they'll get mixed up with mine. So let me just leave it off.
Forgot about that. Her to comfort her, and both were driven off a cliff top by a terrifying
I remember that.
monstrosity and fell into.
I played Until Dawn and I looked at it, but I never really I didn't play the whole thing. Like I only played it like 2 hours, 1 hour of it, and then I just kind of stopped. But I watched other people play it. And I really wouldn't mind seeing this game in DVD. This game already has that vibe, but the totems in joint, so it would have been perfect, to be honest. But it is what it is.
But Hannah survived the disaster. She buried her sister and waited several days for help. Her broken leg and strange shrill screams kept her from investigating the mines further.
Original video is linked down in the description, by the way.
She tried to resist hunger, but surrendered to it after a full month. Senseless Hannah dug her sister out again and gorged on her body.
What the hell? I don't remember all that.
An ancient spirit took possession of her. Hannah transformed into a Wendigo. A pale, strong, and agile monster, driven by hatred.
I'm curious of the power.
Josh's friends would return in a year, and it would try them.
Wouldn't it be dope if the Wendigo was added? They would have that POV vision of it, like that filter of it just being red with the white outline or outline of survivors. I think that would be pretty dope.
Deceive them, corner them, and rip their heads
from
their shoulders.
You saw that? Yo, he got wrecked, bro.
Corner them and rip their heads from their shoulders. Please, another entity
I don't remember
gazed at so much malice and whisked Hannah away to a world where she could indulge in these acts and where it never becomes dawn.
Funny thing is, I always envision a killer having the decapitation Mori in DVD. I'm just like, that's never gonna happen, bro. I wish. Like, come on. The Wendigo, source Until Dawn, name Hannah Washington, nationality US American, difficulty hard, main weapon claws, movement speed 115, 4.6 ms, tear radius 32 meters, height tall. Okay. Sorry, I just had to read all that for a second. I'm gonna try not to pause it too much. A frightening killer able to keep survivors in specific areas and to climb and pounce off walls and ceilings using this unique powers. Yes, you don't know how bad I want a killer that can crawl and pounce off walls and stuff. I think that would be the dopest and scariest and intense power in the whole game, bro. And it would be fun for both survivors and killers, because I could just imagine the intense factor of you just being chased by someone that's crawling on a ceiling. That's terrifying, bro. Jeez Louise.
The
so dope.
Power of the Wendigo.
I was like, I have to react to this because I'm pretty sure that power is gonna be that thing. So that's dope.
Enables the special ability Climb and Pounce.
Wendigo is able to jump onto walls and ceilings. Hold power button.
And initiate pounces on survivors from there.
Okay, hang on. So, okay, able to jump onto walls and ceilings. We know that. Hold power button for 0.75 seconds. Displays the target location of a jump on walls and ceilings. Attack button initiates the jump to this point. Reach 8 meters. Speed 18.4 ms. 460% like the Demogorgon shredded. Wow. One jump into a ceiling. So you're basically gonna be like the Demogorgon, but a bit faster on walls and ceilings. And it's like you're using the shred from off a wall or ceiling, if that makes sense. That's kind of how I envision it being as well. Because that's kind of just how I see it. Because I know it can't really. I just don't know how wide it will be. Like the hit marker, or I should say, not the hit marker. It's another word for that. But you know how when a huntress throws a hatchet and it hits the survivor like that. It's literally on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know how that hit marker would be when the Wendigo pounces off and tries to hit a survivor. Like I wonder how balanced that would be, if that makes sense.
While hanging from a wall or a ceiling,
like, will survivors be able to really dodge that in a fair way, I should say?
The Wendigo is only allowed
while hanging from a wall or ceiling, it can pounce and injure survivors. A tap button can initiate a new jump from there. If the Wendigo moves onto a wall or ceiling, it falls off after 1 second. Of course, it may stay on top of walls when reaching them.
For a short time.
That is so dope. This killer, a killer like this needs to be added to DVD.
Survivors cannot be seen by the Wendigo, but perceived with the killer instinct effect, while the Wendigo itself stands still.
Oh, that is dope. That has a dope feature.
The Wendigo can create a Screech radius, in which survivors are still in.
I always thought of that type of ability for Jeepers Creepers, which is never gonna happen. I'm pretty sure the Creeper is never being added to DVD ever, but I always thought about that for Jeepers Creepers, because the part in the movie when I forgot which one it was. I think it was the first or second one. I forgot which one it was. His nose had opened. He was sensing something through his nose.
Invisible,
I forgot which one it was. I think it was the second one, if I'm not mistaken. That's dope though.
They also gain a short
Screech radius stays active for 8 seconds. Survivors in the Screech radius gain a sprint,
since this tremendously increases the Wendigo's movement speed. This so-called Wendigo ambush also triggers when the Wendigo leaves the Screech radius.
I'm kind of confused by this one. So survivors in the Screech radius gain a sprint of 50 plus 2 seconds. For 2 seconds, they should use this burst to hide in another position inside the Screech radius. When a survivor or the Wendigo leaves the Screech radius, the Wendigo's movement speed is increased by 50% to a mess for another 8 seconds. Wendigo ambush. This also happens when a Screech radius expires. When Wendigo ambush is triggered, the Screech radius vanishes.
The survivor's only chance of survival is to hide.
So is it like, does it work almost like Lion from Rainbow Six Siege, or am I getting something mixed up?
Sight, until the Screech radius vanishes after a few seconds.
Therefore, the best counterplay is not leaving the scratch radius and quickly moving to a new hiding spot. Not leaving the scratch radius and quickly moving to a hiding spot. Oh, so you have to stay within the Screech radius. I mean, I said scratch radius. The Screech radius. So you have to hide within it, just in a new location. You can't leave the scratch radius, because that's how you get detected. Mission is not close to any obstacles, since the Wendigo cannot perceive motionless survivors instead of a Screech radius. The Wendigo has to interpret scratch mark sounds and pools of blood like the Oh, that's so dope. A Screech radius is visible as little exaggerated area with black sparks on its edge. Wow. Very mobile killer. That's kind of dope. I somewhat understand it,
With add-ons, the Wendigo can apply status effects on survivors inside the Screech radius.
I'm not really like I'm usually just think of the add-ons in my head, and I also don't want to make the video too long, so we might just skip these add-ons, only because I always try to just imagine the add-ons in my head. No, like, only because just for the duration of the video, I always just read the add-ons or anything that I missed outside the video, and probably add my understanding or my how I feel about them in the comment section or anything like that. So we just gonna go straight to the perks.
The Wendigo comes with 3 new perks that provide unique turns and chases, keep
only because add-ons is a bit too much, you know what I'm saying,
and interrupt their healing actions. Off the cliff top enables you to damage exit gates and generators while injuring survivors. Reveals the aura of the closest survivor after any injury if you lose the chase.
What? Grants you the ability to damage exit gates in exchange for opening them. When hitting a healthy survivor with a basic attack, all generators and exit gates in that 32-meter range that are not currently being repaired by survivors will begin to regress within the normal regression speed, and off the cliff top activates on the survivor for 8 seconds. When you lose a chase on this survivor during this time, the aura of the closest survivor is revealed to you for 4, 5, 6 seconds. Whoa. That doesn't sound too bad.
Scream grants you the ability to cancel vault and break actions and increases your movement speed afterwards.
Press the active ability button while executing a vault or break animation to cancel. So you're fainting.
Oh my god,
bro. You're fainting your animation to trick the survivor into thinking you're wow. That's unique. That's a very unique perk.
This perk,
I could cool. Wouldn't it be cool if this perk was like just a mechanic in a game that you could just vote, or just like feint vote a window, or feint vote or feint break a pallet to just throw the survivor off and they could like leave the loop or something like that? Wow, I think that would be a pretty dope mechanic, but I think that would kind of kill the purpose of some killers' powers, like the knight or the doctor. So I don't know.
Of evil. Survivors
or the trapper. Any killer that could just force the survivor to abandon that certain towel or anything like that. I don't know.
And oblivious status effects.
At the start of a trial, 4 random hooks are changed into scorch hooks, and survivors in a 60-meter range of a scorch hook suffer from the hemorrhage and oblivious status effects. When you hook a survivor on a scorch hook, crows will land on it, turning it into a crow bomb in addition. Whenever these crows are startled by survivors, this scorch hook's area of effect is increased by 2, 3, and 4 meters. So it's almost like a notification when a survivor is near another survivor that's been hooked, or a survivor on the hook, I should say. So when a survivor gets close to another survivor that's on the hook, you get a notification and you could go over there and maybe stop them from unhooking that survivor. This is definitely a comp level perk that I could see being used against like killers that want to get a survivor out of the game easily, or fast, I should say. Very much on a competitive level, but you know what, I respect it, and it does definitely sound like an interesting, unique perk, so I give him that. Okay, so that was half of the Until Dawn concept. I just reacted to the Wendigo part. I don't really react to like survivor concepts, only because with killers, obviously they have their own unique abilities. Don't get me wrong, survivors have their unique perks, but I just mainly like looking at killer concepts. But if you do want to check out the full concept with the survivors being Sam and Mike, you can check that out, and the link is in the description. But I definitely like this concept. I liked how similar it is to my killer concept that I made a while back, and man, I just wish we had a killer that could just crawl on stuff already, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I think a killer like that would be added in the future with many bugs, but I still think it would be a very dope killer to play as or even go against. And I feel like it would bring more scare factor into the game, like how the Judge kind of did, only because of the fact that how different it is. Like, imagine you playing on Silent Hill and then you looking up at the ceiling and you just see the killer crawling on top of the ceiling and about to pounce on you. Like, that's terrifying, bro. Imagine with the undetectable status effect, the killer's just on top of a tree waiting for you to go back on the gen and it just pounces down on you or something like that. I envision a crawling killer crawling on trees too, by the way, but that's just me. If y'all like this concept, make sure y'all give Iridescent and Malicious a thumbs up. And I'ma see y'all in the next one. Take care, love y'all, and peace.
To the beat, to the beat, y'all. Check it out. Come on. 1, 2, y'all. What you going?